What is going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading coming at you again today with another daily trade review. And today we are in the green again. We only traded one stock, Facebook, and we took 3 trades on it. The first one was a red trade, and then we followed that up with 2 green trades, which made us finish green on the day today. So we will go ahead, get Trader View pulled up, look at the finer details, and then we'll get the chart pulled up. And we'll go ahead and shut this one down because I got some food sitting beside me that's smelling real good. So let's go ahead and get Trader View pulled up. And as we stated, we took 3 trades. This first one was not a real good trade, one that I probably should not have taken. I was kind of trying to chase, which is not good. But then we see the next 2 were good trades, and finished the day up 75 bucks. Didn't quite hit our goal of $100 a day, but finished green nonetheless. I had came back, sat down in the afternoon, started to take a trade and decided against it. But we'll go ahead and get the charts pulled up and see what we were looking at. I see my screen is saying subscribe, so if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you hadn't hit that like button, go ahead and do that as well. Neither one of those costs you a thing, and you won't lose no money. So we'll get this first one pulled up. First trade of the morning, we got in at 946. Let's see where 946 would have been at. So we would have been getting in on this candle right there. We got out 2 minutes later, getting stopped out. And these were calls. This first one, we were trading calls. The last 2, we traded puts. If you look at the chart, you see that it pretty much was in a downtrend in the morning. Nice downtrend. Came back up in the afternoon, broke VWAP, didn't hold, failed, came back down. This is the area where I was looking to possibly take another trade in the afternoon. And I had kind of put the channels on there because you see it was basically trading in a channel until it broke it right there. And then it made that move. But decided against taking that trade. But let's look at this one that we were getting in. So as we see, when the market opened, Facebook was kind of choppy and the market was even choppier. My thought on this trade was that it was going to hold the VWAP as strong as it was here. I got in right as it broke this candle, and it pretty much just failed. And we stopped out for a $30 loss on this trade right here. Strong market, that might have been a good entry, but as choppy as this was right here, wasn't really a good entry. We had this top and tail right here with decent volume on it. We had this wide range red candle, decent volume on it. Another top and tail, another sign that the sellers pretty much have control. So when we saw this candle here, it wasn't going to hold up against these over here. Looking at it right now, hindsight being 2020. With the selling pressure here, this little bit of buying pressure was not going to hold, and we see that it didn't hold. So we took a $30 loss on that first trade. Came right back. 953. We bought 2 puts. So let's see, we're 953. So we're getting in on that candle right there. And as we can see, it failed from our first trade. Kind of just continued pulling down, and we got in just as it broke that candle right there. And we stayed in this one until 10:09. So we were getting out on this green candle right here. So if we go back and look, you see we got in right here. We would have had our stop right up here. Never got stopped out. And this one just came down, and we got out as it was pulling back, leaving this bottoming tail. Bought these puts for $5.20, so for $520 each. The first one we sold at 10:09 in 11 seconds. And we sold that one for $5.70. So we made $50 on that first one. We held the second one 36 seconds. 36 seconds, and we sold it for $5.50. So we only made $30 on that one, and that gave us our $80. So had we sold both of them, would have made $100. I sold one thinking that this could continue and go lower, which we do see that it did, but didn't want to sit through the pullback. Didn't want to sit through that pullback, and it cost $20 because I could have just sold both of them and got out, and we would have made $100 off the 2 of them. But decent trade. Decent trade. Could have took an entry. Couldn't have really took one right here because I'm not sure if this candle had pulled back and got above this candle first, or if it broke down first. So wouldn't have really been a good entry right there. Right here would have been a decent entry, getting in as this breaks that area right there. And we see it made a good move down. But that was our second trade. And let's see where we got in on the third trade. I'm talking like I didn't get in on one of those, which I may have. So let's see. Third trade and last trade of the day was puts again. And this one here, we got in at 10:16. Bam, look at that. Right there where I was saying would have been a good entry. So this time we only bought one contract. Bought one contract, paid $5.50 for it. And we got out of this one at 10:25. So we got out right there. Definitely left a little money on the table. Definitely left a little money. So in that one contract, we made 25 off of it. Again, had we bought 2 contracts, we would have made 50, and we would have hit our target today, even having the one losing trade. So it turned out to be a decent day. Wasn't really impressed with the market. Had a couple of different ideas on the list. Was looking at Home Depot again, HD. People had Home Depot on their list to go long today, if you could believe it or not. And look what it did. Thought being, it was strong on the open. Or I'm sorry, I would say strong on the pre-market. Showed fairly good strength. And then Lowe's had a decent report. So if we look at Lowe's opened good. And the thought was that Home Depot would open fairly strong. just catching some of the momentum that Lowe's would have had. And we see Lowe's did open fairly strong, about a good 30-minute run. And then once it set higher today right there, it just rolled over and traded lower the rest of the day. So couldn't get a trade on Lowe's. Let's see what Apple did. We see Apple just ran lower, lower and lower. This would have been a nice put play, especially coming off of the VWAP right here. Let's see what it looked like on the 5-minute that late in the day. So yeah, coming off of VWAP right there. Would have been a good trade, probably playing it back down to right here, which we see it did hold up here on the 5-minute, and then it finally broke lower, came and tested this area, and then broke lower again. And like I said, as we can see here, if you have your price action, which these have been on the chart for a few weeks, the stock respects them. So could have got some good trades on Apple today as well. But we took those trades. Our last trade we was out of at 10.25. So in the market for 1 hour, made 75 bucks. 75 bucks an hour. Again, you would be hard pressed to find an employer that's going to pay you 75 bucks an hour with less than 1 year experience and no formal education. And this is pretty much on the job training. As you can see up on my banner here that I have, earning while learning and learning while earning, one trade at a time. And that's my philosophy. We know that learning does cost at times. If you go to school, you got to pay tuition. On my bad trades and my losing days, that's how I look at it. I just paid for some education, especially when I come back and look at the charts, like I did on the first trade that I took. I paid for that education because that definitely was a bad trade. That was a trade that I should not have taken, especially when you look at these top and tails right here. That's pretty much telling you that sellers have control. If this one might have finished green with this same setup, that could have been a little more decisive in deciding whether this was going to continue to go this way. But based on these right here, this was not a trade that I should have taken. But we took it. We took our stop. Because just think, had I not taken the stop, look at had I not taken that stop. Let me see what I paid. And that was one contract. Paid $4.80. That was 215 strike price call. And here we go here. 215 strike price call. I paid $4.80. So $480. It closed at 312. So that was what's that? About 160. $160 move to the downside, not taking the stop. So could have got stopped out up in here somewhere and would have taken a larger loss on it. So take the loss. The main thing is to say, yep, I was wrong on that trade. I could have held it thinking, okay, let's see if it's going to bounce back up later on today. And I would have been out of 170 bucks right now. So, or 160, whatever that was. So respect the stop, take the loss, look for another entry. And that's what we did. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down because I got some real good food sitting over there that I want to get into. So hope you enjoyed the review. As always, I'm just looking for base hits. Every blue moon, we can get that home run where we can get in a trade and it just takes off and we can ride the wave. Otherwise, I'm just batting base hits. Slow and steady is my plan. As Nipsey Hussle, for anybody that listens to rap, it's a marathon. That was his thing, a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is in it for the long haul. And that's my plan, to be in the market for the long haul. So hope y'all have a good day, whatever time it is that you are watching this video. Again, if you hadn't hit that like button, please do. It doesn't cost you a thing. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and think about subscribing. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when I'm posting these videos. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace.